George was shocked when a bear approached his boat. He was on the ocean to shoot some pictures for his documentary. He saw that the bear wasn't aggressive towards him. It looked like the bear needed some help from the fisherman. He decided to trust his guts and follow the bear. Then he saw it. The bear had led them to another bear. This female bear appeared pregnant. There was something else. It looked like it had trouble giving birth or straight up refusing. George immediately called the local veterinarian, who didn't know what she heard. She had never seen anything like this before. She quickly came by boat and made an ultrasound. She immediately called the police afterwards in shock. This bear needed surgery, as there was obviously something strange going on in its stomach. When the police finally arrived, they helped the vet to sedate the now almost lifeless giant bear. But the police did not only help the vet, they also came to the George. "Sir, we need you to come with us. It is important." George was shell-shocked. What did he do wrong? George answered questions about himself and the bear. He has been a fisherman for many years now and never encountered anything weird. The police did not trust his story. When he was done with answering all the questions, he heard disbelief from the surgery room. "I can't believe this," said the vet. But what did the vet find inside the bear that he was so incredibly surprised by? It has not been easy recently. Lots of shady figures were spotted in the waters. For almost a year now, George has been fishing in this area to keep the balance in the ocean. He has been tasked by local authorities as well to preserve and protect endangered species. When George went for his usual route one day, he ended up seeing something enormous in the distance. He did not want to approach the bear at first, because he didn't know how it would react. George definitely had to act fast. George followed the bear to an island. He urged his crew to stay behind just in case. Then he encountered the pregnant female bear. He quickly signed his crew to help. With more fishermen quickly arriving, George started to slowly approach the bear. They decided that they will have to call somebody and try to get a hold of the nearest animal veterinarian. The vet says that the fishermen have to get out of the immediate area of the bear, or he will definitely attack them. George made sure he secured the area for the vet to safely get close. George took it upon himself to sedate the bear. Now the fishermen could clearly see where the bulge of the bear was located on the body. George called back the vet, who was still not there, to report their finding. The rangers are curious about what they had to do next, but then the vet's tone changes immediately after hearing where the bulge is, requiring surgery. The bear has obviously swallowed something it shouldn't have and probably required immediate surgery if it was to survive. But for the vet, to get to the fisherman's location was a challenge in itself because she did not know the exact location of the fisherman and the island. Next to that, it was also rush hour, so she would probably get stuck in traffic. At the site, the fishermen were also struggling with the time they had to wait for the vet. Their fear became the truth. The bear's sedative wore out, and he had no intention of staying at his current place. The bear was still moving very slowly, so the fishermen were able to block its paths back into the depths of the forest with their blocks of wood. When the vet finally arrived at the site, the bear was still laying at the same place as where the fishermen kept her. The fishermen did not even want to remove their wooden obstacles that they had put there to hold the bear in place. But the bear instantly targeted the fishermen that were still out in the open. The vet had to act quickly and knew that the only chance here was if she could quickly sedate the bear. The vet waited for the bear to have his head turned in the other direction. After that, she slowly approached the bear and swiftly injected the sedative into the bear's lower body. After a while, the bear was completely out. Some fishermen dropped their knees from exhaustion, and their heart rate finally dropped back to normal a bit. They'd faced possible death numerous times by now, so they were relieved that they survived. Now the vet could finally turn her attention to the big bulge on the bear that she actually came for. She takes her surgery kit out of the big Jeep from the Rangers' headquarters and sets it up to get to work. Surgery needed. At this point, there is nothing else to do but to carefully cut open the bear and get the object out of it. But surgery always comes with a risk, especially if this surgery has to be done in the middle of the remote forest. But there is no other option available. With the greatest precision and care, the vet cuts open the bear along with the bulge, and after getting through the skin, muscle, and esophagus, the source of the bulge is finally revealed to everybody. Out of the bear came a piece of fish that was not digested properly, which caused the swelling. Inside of the fish was something radar suspicious that baffled the vet at first. This was the reason why George had to answer the police. There was something glowing inside of the fish. There was a small microchip embedded inside of the fish. George told the officers that he had a feeling what this could be. He started explaining his past encounter with some shady figures recently here in the area. George had recently caught some poachers. They had some device with them. He confiscated it. He quickly ran to his truck and gave the officers the device. One officer immediately recognized the device. They had caught someone else with almost the same one recently. This device could be used to track the microchip. This way the poachers could easily locate the bear without the knowing. This was an advanced tactic used recently. The fish they had used couldn't be digested by the bear. That is why it got stuck fisherman. With the chip removed, the vet quickly starts stitching up the bear again. While she does this, she also makes sure that there was nothing else wrong with the bear. But he seemed to be healthy. She predicts that he would be back in shape in no time. It takes about a few minutes for the bear to wake up. It is still dazed and confused at first, but after a while it starts walking away a lot faster than it was before the surgery. After the bear was gone again in the forest with the other bear, the vet had one thing left that she needed to do. She thanked the fishermen for their incredible effort to keep the bear and themselves safe. After this, she went back to the city where she has more patients waiting for her. To make sure the bear was okay, the vet did one last thing. She made sure that George would keep her informed about the movements of the bear. George would keep an eye on the bear for her. The police made sure that the responsible poachers were caught. They actually managed to arrest the whole organization. The animals would be safe again.